Everything's okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Kostas, and together with my colleagues from the Hellenic Mediterranean University and also on behalf of the Athena European University, we are very happy to start today the second Athena talk. The first one we had invited the editor of Nature Electronics that he discussed with our participants about publication, how to publish, how to review your paper, and etc. Today we have a different talk, but very important, related to digital badges. And we are very happy, more happy, because we have also another colleague from the Athena European University with us. So let me introduce a bit, the speaker is Dr. Ingrida Leskauskine, who is a scientist, innovator, and the digital badges system manager at Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. Leveraging her degree in computer sciences and expertise in video game design, user research, and learning recognition by digital tools, she was actively involved in the development and management of the Vilnius Tech digital badge system, which is empowered students to recognize and validate the competencies acquired through the participation in extracurricular activities within the university settings. So as you can see, her talk is entitled Digital Badges, Bridging Extracurricular Activities and Competence-Based Learning in University Settings. This is something very relevant. It's something that we would like very much in the universities to integrate in all aspects of our educational programs, and we are working on this. So it's a great moment that we have an expert with us in order to discuss and share with us her good policies. Ingrida, on behalf of our international office, the Hellenic Mediterranean University, and the Athena European University, we would like to thank you very much for your kind contribution, and we are looking forward to your presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. It's nice that you all are here, and it will be my pleasure to share with you my knowledge and, of course, experience related with the digital badges application in university settings. So let me share the slides. First of all, let's try it in a convenient way, and we are good. Yes.
We are good.
Okay. Thank you. So shortly, let's begin shortly from myself. So I'm the associate professor at Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. And here I'm also the digital badge system manager, but that's not all. Okay. I cannot move slide. Okay, I can do that. That's good. So it's a little bit more about me, since when we talk about digital badges and learning recognition, first of all, we talk about people and their experiences, beginning like from the young days at school till the elder days. So this is more like about me. And so now currently I am the lecturer at Vilnius Tech, and I'm teaching game design, human computer interaction, and web design, as well as I'm the researcher of multimedia, of areas, multi-criteria decision-making, visual analysis, scales-based service and psychometrics, game-based decision-making, digital badges, and the impact. But that's not all, as we can imagine from the person who works in university. Since currently, now I also work as a Vilnius Tech Digital Badge System Manager, but it's not like how I came here, because I think that my current competencies and capability, like to be here and to present and to talk to you about learning recognition, is not only based on my formal education, which is informatics engineering. I think that most of that of my skills actually were gained during like non-formal education and my activity in different areas, like for example, from serving as the HR in the student union or representing PhD students in university university council. Also, I worked as a Vilnius Youth Organization Union Vilnius Youth Organization Youth Organization Union's roundtable leader, where I gained most of the skills required, to lead, to communicate, to promote things learning recognition. And of course, all these experiences led me to this point that I'm here, and I have possibility to present you quite an innovation in universities, which is like a tech innovation. We call it a tech innovation. However, digital badges are there in the world already 15 and more years. So this is a short introduction about me, and I wanted to present me in this way because I'm sure that my journey in academia and beyond has shown the importance of learning both inside and outside the classroom. And I think this applies to many of us and many of our students. As we can see, so learning occurs everywhere is the statement which I want to promote during this presentation, since we are all from universities environment, from formal education, are quite well known what are requirements, what are the study goals, what technical skills students will gain, and when they fulfill the requirements of completing the study modules and the whole study program, they are getting diplomas. But what else? What else when we think about learning? Because many of us, actually, like me, gain the experience and their soft skills, or maybe I can tell more strongly, like essential life skills during activities like participating in sport teams, like participating in art and culture clubs proposed by universities, like choruses, dances. Also, many of students now are involved in student union activities or Erasmus student network. And that's not all. In different universities, we have different extracurriculum activities where students voluntarily and motivatively participate to gain skills or just to spend the time. But what happens that nobody recognizes those skills in some way of formal way, and they even the students who participate in those activities, when they get to the job interviews, they don't know how to present themselves, what skills they gained in those activities, since they do not think that this is how competences are developed. So maybe we can help them. Maybe university administration can help them by issuing digital badges for extracurriculum activities to give them the knowledge about how important are those extracurriculum activities and what competencies they can gain there. Okay, trying to go to other slide. Okay. And in recent years, like universities have been increasingly discussing micro-credentials as a way to make education more flexible, adaptive to industry needs, and like more personalized to student behaviors. And that's a perfect way. Like micro-credentials offer a perfect opportunity to supplement traditional degrees, allowing students to gain focused and to gain industry relevant skills in a smaller amount of time spent to it. However, and they also like are linked to ECTS credits. They are measurable, comparable, and easy understandable, like informal education. However, while micro-credentials align well with formal and education, there remain some limits in scope, since micro-credentials in this way, as we understand in universities and higher education, often miss a key part of student life. This is what I have just presented, the non-formal learning that happens outside the classroom, that happens during extracurricular activities. And this is where digital badges came in. This is why we in Vilnius Gimnas Technical University decided to use digital badges to recognize the overall students' learning and the overall journey of learning recognition through after the lectures as well as during the lectures. Let me be clear that we use digital badges like for learning recognition out of the lectures, outside of the lectures, and like everything that is formalized, it's not in digital badges, or what happens during lectures. Let me tell me about digital badges. So unlike micro-credentials, which often focus on course-based achievements, like digital badges can capture a much broader spectrum of learning, actually, and of student experiences. For instance, badges can be used to recognize skills gained by volunteering at career events, participating in university chorus, joining sports teams, aiding to the sports team to manage like sportsmen, and also they also can be issued for participating in students club and to represent the fellow students in the student union and in university instances, or like present even for presenting creative works in exhibitions. So as you can see, there is a huge variety of activities that can be like recognized by digital badges. And since they are not like linked to credits, to a specific amount of credits, but digital badges are the tool to recognize this learning and to give a recognition of this learning and to give a promotion of the competencies students gain by participating in university's life. And what is also important is that by participating in those extracurricular activities, students also create emotional connection, emotional links with university. And I think this is what we all need, because if you have like emotional connection with university, or maybe to be more precise, if you have an emotional connection with your specific activities club, like photography club members, there is a much higher possibility that the student will not drop the university because his friends are here, because he have emotional connection, and maybe then he will decide to try more to complete his formal education. This is what we are keen for. Side near the main thing, like to recognize overall learning. So as you see, during digital badge issuing process, a huge amount of data is recorded into this image, into this wolves are the symbol of our digital badge system, and a huge amount of data like badge name, image, description, issuer, and issue date, recipient date, evidence, and even evidence link, online link is recorded into this small image, and which actually this data is not recorded just in any ad hoc way. It follows the quality standards. It follows the Open Badge 2.0 standard, and now it goes to 3.0. So this recording also ensures that since it's digital data, also ensures that you cannot edit that data, and it's legitimate. And when you show this badge to your colleague or to your future employee, you can or employee can be sure that it is validated, credible, and non-fake, if I can say. Recognizing and validating skills is the main idea and goal of Vilnius Tech digital badge system, which was established a year ago from the September of 2023. And actually, even just before the preparation for the and development of the badge system took about a half a year. But this preparation was not about programming of the badge issuing platform. All this preparation was dedicated to understand and to create a system how we can engage students more into participating in extracurricular activities, and how badges might help to do that. That's why I was the leader of this development process, but all the university departments really responsible for international affairs, arts and culture, sports, career. Everyone was invited to participate in the development of the digital badge system, and everyone was invited to present or to record what are those extracurricular activities they are presenting for students, and for which we might issue badges. And because during each of these activities, students gain skills. Also, we predetermined 17 competences, which are which we together agreed that is very important for the future employers, and for the future engineers, creative engineers, since we are engineering university. And you can see this list of 17 competences, soft competences or essential competences in the right part of your screen. And as you can see, also we included already from last year, we included such competencies as media and AI information literacy. Also, we included experimentation and technical creativity, since it's we have Linkman Factory, where students can create very interesting engineering prototypes of new inventions. So we actually adapted, also chosen these competence list, not only because they are now needed for the employees, but also thinking about what the future needs. And we, what is, I think, the most important thing that we decided also not to issue just single badges and that's all. Since everyone like playing and everyone like games, and we know that from video games, like progression systems are quite effective and quite motivates people to sign into the game day by day, to play, to sign out, to play, to sign in again. And this is why we decided also to apply the same psychology to our digital badge system. And like we proposed the gamified hierarchical digital badge system of 4 levels, where at the bottom of the level there is the shortest STEM activities and participation badges, and in the second level from the bottom there is activity badges for like volunteering, for representation, for events, for information spread, for event organization. So we have different categories of activities that we are promoting, that our students would be active. And we hope that if they are active, then they will be also like motivated to finish maybe their studies, or they will be ready for the industry. What else? But this is not all, since we also understood that maybe we need more layers in our hierarchical badge system. So if the student has like a variety of skills, he also represented students, but he also volunteered in events. So he should be recognized with a higher level badge. Yes, I'm not sure what's happening here. Sorry, a little bit. Because someone is controlling my screen. Let me come back. Okay. So we decided like that we need like to combine badges into bigger into stackable badges, which, for example, the meta badge you can get if you have 2 lower level badges. And of course, the Uber badge, the ultimate badge you can get, the students can get, is only one and single in each program. And this is because it is the only one in each program, like in sports program, in arts program of non-formal education. Students wants that because it's the only one. So everyone, maybe not everyone, but many students who enters our badge system are there not for learning recognition. Actually, they are for playing the game, to get badges and to get the Uber badge. And this is how we noticed that, because we also not issuing badges, we also like observing the statistics and the success of the system periodically. And like currently we already issued in 1 year, okay, it's already maybe a year and 3 months, issued 8,200 badges for students activity, and voluntarily 3,200 like users onboarded themselves and registered to the system. it means that one user might have not only one badge, and this is our goal, that student would have more than 5 badges at least, because it shows his engagement, involvement, and this is what we want and why we created the digital badge system. And one more time, since we want to motivate them to be more active, not to be passive near their phones, near their computers, just playing games, but we want them to be active by gaining skills necessary for the employment for the future. And this here you can see the newest statistics, actually, how many students or users, because not only actually currently not only students are registered into the system. We have about 100 of pupils from schools and also some administration staff. But you can see that, for example, in this table, that there is even one person who has more than 100 badges. And there is like 10 persons who have 20 or more badges. And there is like 10 persons who have from 15 to 20 badges, and 50, like half 51 person who have from 10 to 15 badges. And of course, the goal of ours is to have more people who have more than 5 badges. So we can calculate, to sum it up from this one to top, that there is almost about 300 of people who are like deeply engaged in our badge system. And this is what we want. And of course, if you see that there is 3,269 people who have more than one badge, it's because you cannot sign into system without any badge. You can register the system only if you have at least one badge, since this is our way to onboard and to motivate people to collect more. And so, if you are interested, what was the initial Vilnius Tech Digital Badge System goals, and maybe you are also thinking about that in your universities, so let me present them. So, first of all, it's to recognize soft competencies gained through participating in extracurricular activities. This is one of the main goals, and this is why we chose a digital badges system, and we do not currently issue micro-credentials with or formalized with the very specific data. We issue digital badges, but those digital badges, most of them are evidence-based. It means that to get it, student not only needs to scan the code, the QR code, but he typically he also needs to do some mission, for example, to upload the evidence that he participated in the event, for example, to upload a photo, or even, for example, if he participated in online learnings, library learnings without ECTC credits, he should answer the question from those online learnings. So this is quite formal, non-formal mix, but all the badges are for activities that are non-credit based. And another goal is to monitor and promote extracurricular activities and events provided by various university departments and faculties. And what we noticed actually that just before our badge system was established, we didn't had a register of the extracurricular activities occurring in university environments. We had a register in different departments, but we needed to inventorize everything again to create badges. And currently we propose for students more than 200 extracurricular activities. We also, our badge system goal was to encourage and motivate students to get involved in a short-term events, for example, in a guest lectures provided by business. And this is how we strengthen also the connection with business partners, since like the final target is always, of course, the student. since we want him to understand what competencies he gained during these activities. And also we would like that employees would promote those people who comes to the job interview with a certificate with the digital badges listed there. And finally, as I already mentioned, we also want to reduce dropout rates due to strengthening psychological links between students and university. So this was the four main our digital badge system goals. And of course, everyone asks me, so how students are presenting those digital badges that they gained. So of course, each badge, since it is like digital, students can download like, for example, badge wallet app provided by a Vero company. But they also have possibility like to share each badge to their social networks together with their into the LinkedIn profile like. But what we noticed that since traditional PDFs like in a certificate mode is what most people want. So that's why students who have at least like 3 badges in one non-formal program like arts and culture program or science and innovation program, they can ask us to generate a certificate, and you can see this certificate is like with a university logo, so it is approved by university, and each certificate also have the unique ID, which ensures that it's not that the certificate is real, credible, and it's not like fake. What's the most important for employees, that in these certificates they can see not only the badge image, not only badge name, but also the badge description that were clearly like constructed, and the list of competencies that student gains by participating in the activity related with a badge. So this is the certificates. We have 2 kinds of certificates, like a program level badge, and we have competence, a portfolio of competencies to get the deeper insight in all the competencies and the strength of competencies students gain during their participation, maybe in all the study years. And now let me share. Okay, I now shared with you like the most common information about digital badges and why we use them in our university, in Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. But we also, through this intensive year, we gained a lot of experience. What works, what should be like upgraded, and if you want to establish your badge system, what should be the first attention points of yours if you decide to do that. So let me share those 5 aspects where you need to put your attention if you want to establish like this a similar like badge system in your university. So first of all, the most important thing, I think, and it is why our badge system succeeded, I am quite brave about telling that, but currently it's successful, and I hope it will be in the future. That one of the key factors like is support from university administration and leaders like rector, prorectors. Since our even rector and strategic partnership prorector are like ambassadors of our badge system, and this is what's the best thing. And also we need to understand that a badge system cannot thrive without being integrated into the broader educational visual of university. So our university from last year, we are clearly declaring that here, by studying here, we are not. We wish you to, of course, to be like a professional in the industry from the engineering side, from the hard skills, but also we want you to be a person who has an essential skills to be ready for job industry, and you can communicate, you have leadership skills, you have teamwork, or you even have like AI literacy or cultural awareness. So it's very important to have that broad education vision of the university, that all education matters. And the second thing, second aspect which should be noticed is the inventory of extracurricular activities. Universities must have a clear understanding of the range of activities they offer. Since I said that what we noticed, that we didn't had such a register, the full register of 200 extracurricular activities for which we can issue badges. And during this year, or during the establishment of the badge system, we did it. And so this is the added value actually for university and for administration, I think. And of course for students, because now they have like a menu of activities where they can participate. And also like every student should have the opportunity to be recognized. And like in Vilnius Gimnas Technical University, we have like now more than 20% of foreign students. That's why, for example, each of our badges is issued in 2 languages, Lithuanian and English. And I think that the multilingual aspect is also very important, and it should be noticed when creating a digital badge system. The third aspect, which I want to enlighten, is promotion and awareness and publicity about digital badges and the value. So a successful badge system actually requires awareness among students, but not only among students, among staff, among employees, so in all the university, and not only, and outside the university among employees. But first of all, students need to understand the value of the badges and how they can use them to enhance the employability. And employees must tell that they need badges, since it highly increases students' motivation to collect them. That's why we are strongly working with all these target groups. And collaboration with industry. This is the fourth aspect, which I want to enlighten, is a must to be there. So we must work closely with industry to ensure the badges reflect skills that are in demand and that will be in demand. And if employees recognize the badges, students are more likely to see the value. And let's remember that it's for non-formal education, for learning that occurs outside the lectures. So it's more flexible, and employees can share their opinion, and we can create a new badges if there is a new activity related with specific competencies. So we don't need to go through the long way of formalization of everything. So this is why this is, I think, one of the biggest advantages of digital badges versus like micro-credentials, which is more formal. And of course, the fifth aspect, but I think it is very, very important, and without it, all the steps before, all the 4 steps before, and all the time spent to create badge system, to promote it, or to collaborate with industry goes with nothing, goes to zero, if the badges that we issue are not if there is no quality in badge creation and administration processes. And the trust in learning recognition by badges highly depend on the issuance procedures, on the evidence approval, since I said that student typically needs to assign or evidences to get a badge. And of course, the whole system administration procedures, the issuers learning, the system administrators learning also should be there. And each badge, of course, should be credible. So if like student presented like evidences, there should be a person in university who checks that those evidences are really correct, that they are linked with the task that was assigned to the badge, and they should approve or decline it. And this is how you create communication with a student. This is how we create connection, and this is how we create emotional link and understanding in students' minds that university cares about his non-formal learning. Of course, it takes time. We need people to check those evidences, but that connection is very important if we want that universities would shine in the future industry, in the future of this technology world. And by telling those 5 very important principles, what we need to do to create a digital badge system, I also want to enlighten one thing, that what we don't need to do when establishing digital badge system. So we do not need to create new platforms to issue digital badges. But we need to create opportunities to be recognized. Opportunities to recognize students for their activity. It means that I know that in many cases when we apply like for Erasmus projects or something like that related with the credentials or digital badges, in many cases there is like the idea like to create a new digital badge issuing or micro-credentials issuing platform. But it takes time, 3 or 4 years, sometimes, of course, 1 or 2 years. But, and only after testing this platform, then you can issue badges. So the time from the idea about issuing badges to the real effect for students goes to 5 years or 6 years. So it means that we are like back in time if we do that. So that's why like our university decided to use a batch prep platform, which is already created and was developed like for non-formal learning recognition, in university settings, but we ordered that to be applied for our purposes, since they have the functionality we need. And what is the best, that all Lithuanian universities which uses badges, there is 3 of them, also uses the same platform. So our students and learners in whole Lithuania who has a badge, they think that this badge should be issued in the same platform, and this is how we confirm that simplicity to understand badges. We don't raise new issues, we try to reduce them. So one more time, my recommendation is we don't need to create a new platform. We need to be orientated to create badge system. This means how separate individual badges can be organized most effectively into one badge system that motivates students to be engaged in. And for example, this is one of the good practices for networking on digital badges issuing in different countries. And that uses also the same platform we use. It's Cities of Learning platform, and you can see that people from different countries learns different things, but in the Europe, and not only in the Europe, and they can get learning recognition in non-formal settings. So as I said, and I would like to finish my presentation with it, at Vilnius Tech, we already seen the impact that badges can have on student engagement into extracurricular activities. And we also revealed that gamification and recognition perfectly works together. Therefore, I would like to finish this presentation with invitation to think about how we can collaborate to bring our experience and to share our experience to more universities across Europe, particularly within the Athena University networks. Or maybe we can even create a new Erasmus Plus projects to spread this idea of the overall learning and recognition of learning during extracurricular activities in university all around the network. So thank you for that. And maybe I'm coming back to the first slide. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ingrita, for this very nice presentation, I would say. I have a lot of questions and I have a lot of propositions as well, but I will provide the floor first to the audience and then I will speak. I will start with my colleague, Professor Dimou. Irene, if you would like to directly ask the question, otherwise I will read it.
It's okay. Actually, I think that I got the answer during the presentation. But anyway, so Ingrida, very, very interesting. I was impressed. Very nice things you do over there. So I was just wondering, we do have such activities in the department, for example. We do have students that become very engaged and committed to volunteer and be part of the of the team, of the community here. We do have the HMU Connect team. Professor Petridis knows that. We do have, guest lectures, a connection to the industry, etc. And I was wondering, what are the steps we should follow in order to make it more formal, like you presented? So I understand that it is on the administration, university's administration, to develop this system, and then we become part of that. So I don't think the department can do anything else, on their own. Academic departments, I mean, it's not easy. So I was just wondering how to start.
How to start? Okay. Yeah. Actually, the start wasn't from the administration, from top of the university. It was the start, of course, was from our prorector of strategic partnerships, and it was about increasing students' motivation to go abroad for Erasmus studies, the initial one. But when we began to develop this whole system, it became very big. It became much more than that. But how to start? Actually, of course, you need to have first of all, we can share our experience with you. And second thing, you need to inventorize your extracurricular activities. You already said that you have it. And then you need to have some meetings, internal meetings for the agreement of all the departments about this concept, because everyone should accept this concept of learning recognition by badges. And then you need more meetings to create each badge, to create the description, to create the tasks related with a badge, and then you need to organize them into badge system, and then you need to create badges into the chosen badge system, like I said, and then you need to issue badges. So you have to establish the quality insurance also procedure. Yes, it's very good that our university is rector and prorector aids and helps and promotes this idea, and that's why yes, we need people for that. That's right. But I think the preparation of before the presenting on the badge system for students is the most important thing. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad that our vice rector is present in this meeting. So I'm sure that.
But it's not the appropriate one, to be honest. I can propose.
Yeah, but still, you're part of the the big team. So okay, thank you, Ingrid. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Irene, for the question, and Ingrid for the responses. Do we have any other question from the audience, or I can start? A new message, let me check. Okay, we have a question, wow, from Kim. Kim, please, you can switch on your microphone. Do you want me to read it? Kim is very expert in micro-credentials.
Yes, hello. No, you can,
hello,
you can also read it.
Okay, do you want me to read it? Okay, I will
Yes,
read
you
it.
can read it.
Thank you, man.
You have a better, your voice comes through better than mine.
Honestly. How are you ensuring that your badge system aligns with EU standards like EB, SI, ED, CI, the EU ID wallet, and other emerging digital credentials? Let me go. Frameworks. I cannot see. All right. I can see now. To ensure recognition, and how do you plan to guarantee the interoperability and recognition of your badges?
Thank you for the question. And I think this is the question recently I hear a lot. I think this is, I showed one slide where we have differences between micro-credentials and digital badges. Because like for micro-credentials, we have like specific data and regulations in European Union that they would be like interoperable, and they can be like recognized by formal institutions. We, by issuing digital badges that are not related with ECTS credits, they are not at all related with the formal education. They are related with non-formal learning recognition and competencies. We are saying that we do not need recognition of these, like formal recognition of these digital badges from the institutions, like from European Union. What we need is recognition from employees, because the final target always is the employees. And if you have that like certificate from digital badges, which recognizes your soft competencies, and you go to the employee with your diploma, formal diploma, and you go with another certificate with your extracurricular activities, which shows your versatility, it is what employees need. And we talked with employees. And they we should agree that more and more in current days, employees even don't look at your formal diploma. What they need is the skills and the competencies you have. And also those certificates can help for students like to express themselves, to tell them what they are good at and where they got that experience. So I hope I answered to that question, because I think this is the value, the advantage of digital badges, and why we can begin to create it now, all the system begin to create now, without going to the whole different credits recognition system with micro-credentials, which is related. Yeah, I see from Kim the answer, yeah.
Yes, I totally agree. I think, but one of the things that we work here at Diplomasafe, because we're actually a credential provider in Denmark, is that the trust model for verifying those skills and competencies. And one of the things that we have experienced is that even though the skills and competencies that you achieve as a student or as a person simply upskilling and reskilling yourself in life during lifelong learning activities and courses and so forth, there still needs to be a trust layer as part of that recognition. And it seems that trust layer is right now working in a direction towards the European blockchain service infrastructure and the EUD wallet, meaning that even though your skills and competencies are not has not been assessed and has not been part of a formal program, there still needs to be a common understanding of the verification of those skills.
That's totally true. That's why about that verification process and the trustfulness process, that's why we're trying to promote badges and what are they, and that is trustful tool to recognize the student competencies for employees. This is like the promotion of the badges is one of the most important thing, like to create that trustfulness and the quality, as I said, a quality in creating and in checking the evidences the students provide. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. Great presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kim, and thank you, Kim, for the question, and Greta for the response. So my first question had to do with equality, because this is also among the recommendations of how to use micro-credentials from EU, and also, quality, like proved quality, will lift any hesitation that the academics they have, because there are a lot of academics that they have a hesitation that, okay, they're our students, they are going to take, a lot of badges, and then they are going to graduate by avoiding, the official pathway. I'm talking about micro-credentials, however. You mentioned very clear that digital badges is something extracurricular, but sometimes the optional courses could be considered extracurricular. But you mentioned, my question is, how do you engage industry? I mean, what kind of agreement do you have with them? Do they design the activity? Do they participate in the assessment of the competence? How do you engage them?
Okay, that's a good question, and actually, currently we are doing different activities to engage them, since this is, I think, one of the most toughest things in all the world. How to engage employees into the recognition of learning that was got not in the universities. Yes. So what we did, first of all, we invited in the career days, we have, like in our universities, we have career days once a year, and we invited employees to the discussion about digital badges. And this was one of the kind, how students and of course how employees were introduced to the concept. And after these discussions, we gained more questions and we knew the initial opinions. Like later, for example, just on the September of this year, together with like Badgation platform, like Badgecraft, which we use, and the company that created it, like Avero, we mixed our forces, and we organized the event discussion where we invited not only like students, not only employers, but also we invited schools that issue badges, youth organizations that issue badges. So we are trying to create ecosystem. And then we trying to show different examples how those badges for non-formal learning can be combined into one ecosystem and how they can change the future of the person who learns. And for example, currently we're also working with university alumni, with also like business representatives. And just yesterday, I presented them the idea, and the idea that badges can be issued not only for students, but maybe also for the people who are involved into the alumni activities. And even business, they were interested. And they decided also to discuss about the value of the badges. So we are doing our steps. Of course, it should be very systematic. It's not easy, but we are working on this very strongly. Yes.
Ingrida, you answered another question that I have about the alumni, but however, I'm not convinced about your answer regarding my first question, because you presented the framework that you are creating the ecosystem, you are discussing with them, you are sharing, that this is very important, and I totally agree and I support this is very important, but how actively they are engaged? Do they design the activity? Do they evaluate the activity? Because yes, we agree that we would like to do micro-credentials, and I'm starting to do something, let's say, in soft skills, and you are the company, and we agree this is very important, I'm going to issue this. But I'm not engaging you. We just agree the digital badge is important, but I would like, how are you securing that I'm going to deliver something relevant to you? Like, how are you going to evaluate it? Because this is the quality assurance, in my opinion.
I understood your question. Or there is possibility to do that, like to involve business companies to approve the badge, or to give them possibility to check evidences provided by students. And we have one badge with a national like company working in Lithuania, which is responsible for foreign people like attracting to Lithuania to work. That, for example, they are approving evidences because they want new employees from university that can later work in Lithuania. But It's from business side, it's an additional administrative weight. So we proposed a similar principle for other two companies, and they were not so interested. What they want, they want that they would know that the badge was created, what information is in the badge. They want to understand how the badge is issued. Do students need to prove evidences, or do they need to scan? And they want the name in the badge, because then you issue the badge. It's like for all the times. If it's the badge, digital badge is like if we compare it with paper, if you issue the paper, you always have the same information. So it's the same with digital badge. So if in the badge name we have like company's name which had a guest lecture in university, they are happy about that. This is how we create connection. We are using very creative ways to strengthen that connections between all the ecosystem. And this formalization and formal inclusion, like in administrative processes, is not what businesses need and is not what they want, because it's an additional burden, actually. We noticed that. Sometimes we're proposing them that, but what they are doing, they are providing like approval and digital badge that this company like approved this badge and that you participated there and there. So they can give this approval using our the badge platform we are using. Yes.
I mean, I'm very surprised that, a company will agree only by receiving the information on what a paper or a digital paper mentioned without, checking actually what is happening. But if this is the case, this is the case. However, I disagree that, the companies also, through the system, and very correctly you have mentioned, you are creating something that they need if they are going to get involved, because at least you ask them what do you want and then you offer. And sometimes because of the burden, probably, I'm still surprised that the companies will not check. But you provide them the talent that they are looking for. So
that's right.
I can see a win-win situation. All right. So another thing that I have as a question, where it is now. All right, where it is. I mean, I think also that's a great tool to use in traineeships, because a lot of traineeships are happening, in the companies. So it's not only the certificate that they receive that, from the university, Vilnius Tech, these students spend, 3 months to do the traineeship, but probably you can, in this case, they can do something useful, working, and then they can receive the digital badge. And I totally agree with the alumni. It's not only to provide ideas, but also to use for their lifelong learning. Am I right?
That's right. That's right.
And another thing that I have asked you, you present this, and I think Kim has asked, how do you secure the transferability and the credibility of the offered digital badges? So if a student have a digital badge from a Vilnius Tech, later on after 10 years will be appeared somewhere and say like, I have this competence and this is the digital badge. I mean, how the transferability is secured? Are you using any blockchain technology or it's just the certificate?
Okay. Currently, we don't use the blockchain technology in the platform, but transferability, those badges that we issuing are compatible with Open Badge 2.0 point standard. There is a standard for open badges, and currently they are creating like 3.0 point standard. So what it means that all the platforms that uses the same standard, you can download one badge, the image with the data recorded in it, in your computer, and you can like upload to other badge wallet if you need it. So the students have this opportunity. So this is why like the standardization of like that standards like for open badge like 2.0 is needed. So this is the possibility, but also what we understood and why I showed you the network, the example of the network, and why I'm proposing like even Athena network to think about like the unified badge like issuing platform for non-formal learning recognition, because what students expect when they get the first badge, for example, Erasmus students in Vilnius Tech, they are expecting to use the same platform in their own university. Even I had students from your university, from Hellenic University, they got our badges and they said, I would like to get those badges in my university, the same one, and to use the similar platform. that he don't need to learn new things. So this is, I think, the way why such a networked things might work, and then we don't need to care about that transferability more, because finally, what we notice that students don't share like the link to separate badge. For example, just to one of the badges. It's more for micro-credentials that you share one badge, one micro-credential publicly, because it's like certificate for 3 months learnings. Since in badge system, our students like sharing the whole experience, and they want like PDFs to send them together with the CVs, or to upload them to their then we go to search for practice place, or for Erasmus application to be in a higher place. So it's still about PDFs finally, but you can move the badge, one badge to another platform if the platform allows that.
So I mean, about the PDFs, I was talking also about this cyber security that, you know, the blockchain technology secures that, you know, even the PDF that you share is, you know, is not copied or is not frauded by someone else. But I don't know.
Can tell you also one thing what is done. Like in this platform that we are using, each certificate that is generated has their own certificate number, and of course you can like edit it in Photoshop or something like that. But if you have this number and the employee want to check if it's credible, if it's true, you can go like to Badgecraft website and to check if it's credible. If you enter that code, you can see the same information about that learner online. So this is how it's done.
So I would like, I don't think so. I would like, I don't have any other issue. I totally agree with you to make a network. I mean, since, you know, this comes, you know, through the international relations, I don't have to ask anyone in my university. So we would like ASMU to participate as a pilot with my colleagues. Let's move on, Ingrida. And from HMU, you have the green light that we want to participate in this network.
Nice. And we are searching for others then.
Okay,
to join
you would
our
like,
idea.
but the minimum you have, the minimum is 2. All right. So I don't have any other question. I think that we have discussed, and I think that we should stop because it's 1:15. I would like to thank you very, very much, Ingrida, for your presentation, our attendees for their questions and their participation as well. I'm going to renew our Athena talk next week, that we are going to have the impact of AI in higher education. We have a speaker from the KTH in Sweden. So I hope to see you again in our sessions. And thank you very much, and greetings from Portugal that I am now, but from Greece, that is my base. Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Ingrida. Thank you.